It's Maya, and if you're new, my channel is all about wellness, fitness, beauty and lifestyle. And today I'm going to be doing a video on an ASOS haul. And like many of us, for the last year I've literally just been wearing my comfies, my loungewear, my sportswear, my leggings. And so since I've been back to the office, I've literally been rotating like the same 5 or 6 outfits like for the past 3 weeks. And so I thought to myself, I'll get a few little new pieces, a couple of staples, classic pieces that I can see are going to transition me through not just this season but like next year, and things that I can wear on a casual basis as well. So I think like the goal is now, like I've worked in offices before and it was always very much like you got your work wear and you got your out of office wear. And I think where things are getting a little bit more relaxed now, you can kind of like combine the two. And so yeah, I was quite conscious to pick pieces that are sort of like office friendly and also like smart casual that I can wear outside of work as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first up I've got this crinkle cut top, and this is by ASOS Design. And I'll be honest, when I pulled this out of the, I say that a lot, don't I? I'll be honest. When I pulled this out of the bag, I said to myself, this looks a little bit, I know it's supposed to have that rustic look to it, but for me, I was just like, this looks a little bit too rustic. I didn't think that I was going to keep this one, just I hadn't tried it on at that point. And to be honest, I still don't think, there's something about the shape of it that I'm just not sure about. And obviously I've put it on over this white top, which I would definitely wear just to make it a little bit more office appropriate. And clearly I sort of like had more of like spring, even summer sort of time in mind. For me, I actually think that the fabric is a little bit too rustic. So yeah, I don't think that I would be wearing this one in the office. And in all honesty, I don't think I like it quite enough to wear it like out. It was £25 and I got it in a size 10. And I think the reason why I'm not 100% sold on it, I really love the style and I really like this sort of like lace up detail in the front. But I feel like, and this is the problem with like these sort of peplumy sort of styles, I'm not keen on the fact that it's elasticated, and it's also just feels like it cuts me at the wrong place. My waist is actually like down here and the elastic band cuts in right under my bra line. So I think it just makes me look quite thick around the middle, and it feels like it's made for someone quite a lot shorter than me, if you see what I mean, like with a shorter torso, and I don't have a long torso. So I paired it with the leggings from Zara just to give you an idea of the sort of things that I would wear it with. But yeah, this is the look. It is a nice look, but I just don't think that the top is quite in the right proportions for me. Running along the same vein with the peplum styles, which I really like. Again, I've just put this top underneath it to make it a little bit less booby. Generally, obviously in the office, I'll definitely wear something underneath something like this. But of course, like at the weekend, you could absolutely wear it without a top underneath. I really like this one, but the light is not actually doing it justice. Well, it is doing it justice because without the lights, it's actually quite a different colour. And I'm just not sure whether the colour in real life really suits me. I'll try and insert a clip to see if I can show you in like a more natural light, but it's got quite a blue and undertone to the pink, which isn't, with my skin tone being warm, it's not like the right shade of pink on me, I don't think. It looks quite nice on the camera though, I must say, but no, in person it does look quite different. But absolutely love the fit. I think it really fits perfectly. The only thing that I would say is that with the buttons, they were quite difficult to do up, and the hoops were not, some of them were a lot smaller than others. And so some buttons were really quite difficult to do up. So, you know, if you got any hint of like makeup or anything on your fingers, then yeah. So yeah, just give us some buttons that are easy to do up. It's like the end of a long day having to like fight to take your top off. But yeah, but I really love the shape of it. I have to see if they got it in different colours because I really do. This is a size 10 and it fits me perfectly. And I think even the fabric of this one, obviously it does need a steam or an iron. But I feel like this fabric, even though it's kind of running along that same sort of like, you know, rustic romantic sort of vibe, because the material is ever so slightly different, it does look a bit more refined than the other one. So of course I've just got it on with the Zara leggings again. Again, when I saw the top online, it did look like more of a pale pink, like an almost white sort of pink. So I think that would have looked a lot nicer with these leggings. But yeah, I'm showing you what it would have been like if it was a different colour. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of pictures in the natural light, see how I feel about the colour before I decide whether I'm going to keep this one. Next up, I've got this lovely leopard print shirt with the leather look leggings. Now, if I was going to be wearing this with a normal pair of trousers or a pair of leggings that maybe weren't wet look, I would definitely wear this tucked in. But just to make it, which I think would look really nice, obviously if I was wearing this on a night out, I'd wear it tucked in. But just to make it like more office appropriate, just cover up the goods like that. So you just see, they'll tell you what the dress code is on the application or on the contract or whatever. But you go in, you have a look at what the other girls are wearing, and you're like, okay, this is what I can get away with and this is what I can't. And I wouldn't have thought that leather leggings were office appropriate, but apparently they are. A lot of girls wear these at the moment, which is really good. It just goes to show how far we've come. You can sort of like express yourself through your clothes and still do a good job. But anyway, so I've got these nice leather look leggings, which I absolutely love. I think these are such a nice pair of leather look leggings. What I really love about these leggings, they've got a really nice high waistband. So they are actually called sculpting leggings, which they clearly are. So they sort of like really cinch you in. They've got a nice thick waistband under there, which is as thick as I'm showing you there. So that sort of like controls anything around there, sort of cinches you in. And then just where they cut so high as well, I just find them really to be super flattering. Obviously I've got the lights on at the moment, so they are showing every single roundness that's anywhere. But in normal daylight you wouldn't get that. So I'm usually anywhere between a size 10 and a size 12. As I said, I am carrying a little bit more than usual at the moment, so I thought I might be between sizes. But I actually tried on the 10s first and they were perfectly fine. And actually, even looking at these now, I'm starting to see that they are even loosening up a little bit. So absolutely don't worry. If you feel like you're going to be between sizes, don't worry, definitely take the size down. I think for me, that would be the only thing that I would change. I do prefer something to cut just above my ankle. But yeah. Love these. The top is also in a size 10. It is £28. And if you look really closely, it's actually got two different types of animal print on it, because, you know, one just isn't enough. So I really like that. It's something a little bit different. And then the leggings were £25. And they've got this really nice little zip on the side. I've got to be honest, when I put them on, they kind of reminded me of Sandy from Greece. They just got that kind of, you know, tell me about it, stirred sort of thing going on. But yeah. Ignore me. Next, I've got this jumper, which is from And Other Stories. This was £35, which I think is really reasonable, because And Other Stories, I don't think I actually own anything from them, apart from this now. But I know from what I've seen around and what I've seen in store that their stuff is really good quality. And just given the price, I think, you know, it's a really lovely jumper. And I know that this is the sort of thing that's going to stay in my wardrobe for a while. So it's got a slightly sort of puff sleeve going on, and it's got a nice waistband which kind of cinches you in a little bit. Obviously I've got it on over the leggings, so that's actually doing most of the cinching. And then it's also, has it got any puffiness around the shoulders? No, I would say that the puffiness is more in the lower part of the sleeve. But yeah, I think this is just such a lovely jumper. You know, you're going to get a lot of wear out of it. It's really nice and soft, without feeling like it's going to get bobbly. I just feel like this is one of those pieces that kind of looks super boring. It's not bright, it's not printed, but I'm probably going to wear this the most out of anything that I put on today. So yeah, I love pieces like that. I must be more disciplined about buying pieces like this and not like the big prints and the big bright colours. But when you wear something like this, you can wear it in so many different ways, and yeah, it's timeless. I would absolutely wear this with a blazer, or I'd just wear this with different trousers or a skirt or jeans. There's so many different variations that you can wear with this jumper. But yeah, absolutely, with the leggings I would 100% wear this with a blazer. Following on with both the black and the peplum vibes, I think you can see where my heart is when it comes to fashion, right? We got this jumper from a brand called Parisian. So it's a really nice sort of like quite an open knit jumper. Nice and warm. It's got a lovely sort of crossover detail on the front. It is quite low, but I think it doesn't actually show cleavage. So it shows a lot of collarbone, which I think is equally feminine, but it's just not quite low or wide enough to kind of show your cleavage. So I think that is quite office appropriate just as it is, but if you wanted to, you could absolutely wear a top underneath it. It will look just fine. So again, it's got that nice cinched waist. Personally, I think that the peplum there's a little bit too much fabric on the peplum, so it feels like a little bit bulky. But I mean, it was like 20 something pounds, and I think that I'll get quite a lot of wear out of it. So I reckon I will definitely keep this one. It's got the V at the front and the back, which means that, you know, in the morning when you're rushing, doesn't really matter which way you put it on. So that's a win as well. Okay, and last but not least, I've got these really lovely trousers, and I think that these are probably my standout piece for this haul. I absolutely love them. Again, I ordered them in a size 10 and a size 12. And again, it was a 10 that fits. So if you are between sizes and you are a bit worried about which size to go for, honestly, I'm a good 10 to 12 on any day, and this is how the 10 fits. I did try on the 12 as well, just to see if they were like a little bit, just because they're shiny, I thought maybe try the 12, see if they're a little bit more like trouser-like rather than legging-like. And when I put on the 12, there was so much fabric around here, just because of the nature of the cut anyway. They are sort of a bit more volume around here. So there was way too much fabric around here. So, and they just didn't look as sleek. They looked like all creased all down the legs and stuff. So yeah, I absolutely love those. Again, I just got it on with that blouse that I showed earlier. These trousers are by a company called JDY, and they were £35. So again, really reasonable. I don't know if the light is really doing them justice, but they are like, the name of them is Black Olive, and I think they're definitely more like a green olive, I must say. But yeah, they're like a very sort of dark khaki with like a bit of brown in there as well. So yeah, really love those. I know exactly how I wear these on like a casual basis as well. So this is one of my favourite pieces that I wear on a casual basis. And it's like this really nice sort of tan off the shoulder jumper, more of like a weekend look, you know? So yeah, I love, you know, any sort of like neutrals that aren't sort of like your usual neutral colours. But yeah, absolutely love that. So you can see it's going to go with a load of different things. What I will say though, I'm not loving the belt. I've never really known what to do with these sort of D-ring belts. But what I do think is that you could quite easily just chop and change this belt for any belt that you want really. So I'll probably wear this with my black belt, which has got gold buckles on it, which again is just going to make the look a little bit more polished, a little bit more, you know. So that's it for this ASOS haul. I did have a couple of pieces which I didn't like at all for whatever reason. Like the colour didn't look like it was going to be online. The fit just wasn't good. So, but I wasn't sure whether to include those as well. Did you want to see the pieces that are going back, or the pieces that were just completely off, or do you just prefer to see the pieces that look good? Let me know in the comments, or if you've got any other questions, let me know as well. I'm going to put all the links to everything that I've shown you today in the description box, as well as my measurements. And I will be doing another haul again soon for ASOS fitness wear, because I have seen some really nice pieces. Quite into looking around and seeing what the actual, like, you know, normal clothing retailers have got in terms of sportswear, just to sort of like, you know, try something new. And I know that ASOS have got a really good line of sportswear, so that's going to be my next haul that I do, I think. If you did like the video, don't forget to like the video, and of course stick around, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you next time.